Hello, everybody. How's it going? This is Joe Kalis, and I'm coming in here to explain the foundational marketing framework. Now, as a marketer, also a realtor, self-employed business owner, somebody that's kind of obsessed with generating traffic, creating content, generating traffic, and capturing leads, I just want to explain the power behind having a marketing framework on in your brand. Now, that could be part of your website, that could be part of your social, it could be part of your video strategy. But ultimately, it all works together. So just want to kind of lay the framework for the framework and explain why we help people to establish a foundational marketing framework for their business. Now, as you probably know, if you're self-employed, if you're a contractor, if you're a salesperson, if you're a realtor, probably about 2 to 3% of people that you engage with, whether it's in person or through content, whether it's in person or through content, are ready to buy right now, right? The immediate buyers, the people that have their credit card ready to buy, probably only 2 or 3%. So what do you do with the rest of the 97% of people that like what you have to say, they like your personality, they like your offer, they like your product, they're going to be ready at some point, but they're just not ready now? Do you forget about them forever? Most people do. Things fall through the cracks. There's CRMs out there for days that can try to keep track of them and nurture them, right? So the name of the game is long-term nurture. And that's what I talk about a framework being powerful for, is to nurture them appropriately, right? So if you capture somebody's attention through content, through video, through whatever, and you do not have a mechanism to nurture them long-term, to keep them top of mind, to present them value continually, to remind them that you're in business and you're willing to help them, you're going to miss them. They're going to go with somebody else. They're going to forget they were interested. But if you keep them top of mind of what they were interested in that moment, over time, if you contact them once a week, once a month, a couple times a week, whatever it is, through your content, through your video, through your email nurture, you are going to win their business over time, long term. Now, long-term can be 3 months, it could be 1 month, it could be 6 months, 12 months. I don't know what the life cycle is of your product and your service, whatever you have to offer. However, I know that if you do not have a framework in place, you can capture their attention through social media, through video, through whatever, and then they can forget about you forever. But the power behind having a foundational marketing framework is that you capture them, their name and email, and ideally their phone number, maybe even some more information. There's other ways to get more information about their likes, their interests, whatever other things they want to buy, other things that are top of mind. There's all kinds of things I could talk about in the future about the psychology, getting into the mind of your customer or your prospect and knowing what they're interested in and what you could also sell them, cross-sell, upsell, downsell, etc. Whole other ballgame. But if you want them to purchase and work with you on your product or service at any point in time, you need to nurture them. Now, that's not to say that some people aren't ready to buy right now. The 2 or 3%, that's a huge win. If they're searching for something and they find you and they're ready to buy a house, they're ready to buy a widget, they're ready to go to a restaurant, they're ready to do whatever they're going to do, that's great. The 2 to 3% of right now buyers is awesome. That's the goal. That's the best people to work with. However, you don't want to forsake this 97% of people that you could have over time if you had the proper mechanism. So that's what the foundational marketing framework is all about. It's about drawing attention, capturing their information, nurturing them over time, and getting their sale a month down the road, 3 months down the road, 6, 12. If somebody came to you in 2 years and bought $1 million house or bought a big if somebody came to you in 2 years from now and bought something really big that made you a big commission, would you be mad about it? No. But you have to have the mechanism in place so that they remember who you are, they think that you're the best, you've offered them value so that they feel endeared to you and they want to come back to you and do business with you. So, a lot of people are obviously aware, it's 2024 right now as I record this, and a lot of people, most people, are aware that video is king. Content is king, right? So putting out content, whether it's blog post, video, social media, etc., everybody's creating content. Now, at this point in 2024, it's mostly, the majority of it is just noise. We are so distracted. There's so many things vying for our attention that we don't even know what's up and what's down. There's reels out there, there's videos, there's shorts, there's blog posts, there's ads that come in front of our face. There's so much input, there's so much noise that we have to determine as a salesperson, as a contractor, as a self-employed business owner, how do we stand above the rest, right? How do we make ourselves different and better and remarkable and rememberable, right? We can do that through content, but it has to be in a way, but it has to be in a strategic manner that allows them to remember you for being different. In this area, as a realtor, I do many things, but as a realtor, I'm one of 600 realtors in my region, which is a small region. If you're in any metro area, there's thousands of real estate agents, there's thousands of insurance agents, there's thousands, hundreds and thousands of people who do the same thing that you do, and that's a wonderful thing that we have that many to choose from, but make yourself different. You can use content to differentiate yourself, make yourself memorable, create value, and come back, get them coming back to you because you've created value for them. And that's what content should be doing. Now, you can entertain them, you can educate them, you can do all these things through content, but unless you're capturing them, you're going to be losing. So the framework was built. It's nothing I came up with or anything. It's just something I've packaged together that you use content to get the eyeballs, to get the attention, lead them to something that will capture their information, whether it be a landing page or a website, and then you have their email address in your MailChimp account or whatever email CRM you use. If you're a realtor, you could use Follow Up Boss or any of the other CRMs out there. Some sort of system that captures their name and email, nurtures them over time. If you have their phone number, you can do SMS marketing as well. Very powerful. You can remarket, retarget, all these things. Advanced stuff that I'm not going to talk about right now, but the concept is create valuable content that people are endeared to, whether you're educating or entertaining them. But then at the end of the content, whether it's a blog post, whether it's video, whether it's social media, drive them to an offer where you're offering them a free guide, a free checklist, a free software trial, something free of value that you can give to them in exchange for their contact information so that you can nurture them long term. That is the essence of a That is the essence of a foundational marketing framework as I teach it. Now, it's made up of several components, but I just want to drive home the point that without driving traffic to it and without being able to capture information, you're just more noise. If you're just creating videos and you're trying to get eyeballs and you get your view counts go up and everybody's loving your videos, and they're commenting and liking, but you have no way to capture them, then you're really not doing anything except for just creating more noise. So if in your videos, in your blog posts, you drive them to a lead capture, get their information, nurture them over time, get their phone number so you can call them, offer a scheduled appointment on your website where if they're interested to talk to you about a consultation about whatever you do, then you can lead them to a calendar, and then you get booked calendar appointments, which is much better than eyeballs on a video, on a blog post, on your social media. The likes, comments, and shares are great, but as long as you can follow up with them in some way, whether it's an email address, a phone number, or a scheduled appointment on your calendar, the rest is just noise. It's just vanity metrics. It's just making you feel good that people are looking at your stuff. So, foundational marketing framework. Let's build it for your business. Let's capture the attention, let's capture their contact information, and then nurture them over time. Now, once you have that in place, your job as a business owner, as a contractor, as a salesperson, is to pump more content into that funnel, more value, more content, more value, more content. And if you just have a framework out there, a means to collect information, their contact information, but you aren't driving traffic to it, then you're losing again. You have a framework, but nobody's seeing it. So you need to build the framework so that you have a mechanism to collect information. You nurture them over time on the backside through email, texting, and phone calls. And over time, long term, forever, as long as you're a professional, you should be putting more content out to drive more people to that framework, to get more contact information, to nurture more people, so that in a month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, when people are ready to buy, that 97%, you've driven traffic to your framework. You have a framework in place to give them valuable content, to teach them things, to give them coupons, to give them value, to give them a reason to come back to you. And at the point in time when they're ready, they will come to you versus someone else. So powerful, powerful stuff. Foundational marketing framework built on a lead capture which is driven by content that you create, but it's leading to something of value that you can provide to them for free. So just kind of talking about it in a few different ways. I'm going to talk about each component separately and the power behind each one. But what I'm talking about is a customized AI persona. AI is huge these days, right? So customizing a ChatGPT session for you that knows you. I'll talk about in a second. Having a offer, a lead magnet, something of value that you can give away for free, a report, a guide, a checklist, a software download, something that you can hand out for free in exchange for their contact information. That's called a lead magnet. You're magnetically attracting people to you to get a lead for yourself in exchange for value. On the back side of that, once you give that to them for free and they give you their email address, then you will nurture them through email. You'll give them an introduction sequence to who you are, what you offer, why they should work with you. Also, more information, more valuable information over time. You can nurture them forever and ever. Send out a weekly email to them, giving them more value, teaching them something more, entertaining them more, talking about your market, etc., etc. Creating an email nurture on the back end that keeps you top of mind because you've collected their information and they're not ready yet, but when they are ready, they will remember you because you've emailed and texted them. With that framework in mind, videos. 2024, I'm creating a video. Everybody loves video. Reels, shorts, everything. Everybody's staring at their phones, watching videos. Whether it's educational or entertaining, people love videos. So if you have this framework in place where you can collect information, but you're not driving traffic to it through video, SEO blog posts, or social media, you're not going to get any traffic. You're not going to get any leads. You're not going to have any nurture. And you can do it manually through networking and things like that, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a long-term autopilot engine where you're just creating content that's valuable and entertaining through video, through SEO blog posts. That's the other three. So the three traffic methods are video, SEO blog posts, and social media posts, but all driving to your lead magnet, which is collecting their information and nurturing them long term. So I'm going to break down each one of these components individually, but I just want to stress the foundational marketing framework is powerful. It is worth every dime that I charge to create it for you, to create a customized brand for you, an offer, something that's unique. As for me, I moved to Tennessee from Chicago, born and raised in Chicago suburbs, very, very different here in rural Tennessee. As a realtor, I love living here, but I had no clue what it looked like. So I'm a relocation guy. That's my specialty. I create guides that help people moving from other states to Tennessee to understand what it feels like, what it looks like, what it's, everything that you need to know about moving to Tennessee from another state. That's my deal. I create free guides to hand that out to people from Michigan, from California, from Florida, from the Carolinas, anywhere they're coming from, so that I can help them understand what living in Tennessee looks like. And that makes me different. That makes me valuable. That gives me an edge on anyone local here who doesn't understand the process of moving from a very, very different part of the country. And that's my specific niche. So creating something customized to you. Do you work with veterans? Do you work with elderly? Do you work with, I don't know, who do you work with specifically that we can cater a guide to like Dale Hollow Lake's up north, Center Hill Lake is down south. Everything you need to know about living near Dale Hollow Lake. Become the person who wrote the book on the thing that you do and hand it out for free in exchange for their email address. Nurture them long term, and you will win business.